Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Adam, this is my channel Adam Sews, and today I'm bringing you a rundown of what happened at the Festival of Quilts. I'm going to start off by inserting some footage of the different quilts that I took some footage of. I managed to get probably about 80% of them on film, so I'm going to start rolling that now.
And I think part, well, I know you think I'm hot. No, I don't.
Yeah, it's
like that. That's cute. Or is it stripped? Oh no, it's no. For the
designed by Disney.
for the picture.
Yeah,
We can take it just in case.
yeah.
Just in case we don't read it.
That and then that's traditional, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Yes, sick. Look
you through the ladies' phone was really
Sorry, so choose to set that image. And many people it's colours and thread painted and quilted.
No, absolutely.
The understanding.
Yeah.
Unless.
That's what she said. It's so not fair. It's a bit.
You can find me on social media under Pixel Quilts, and this quilt we made of Amy Winehouse. I pieced her, and then she went to Ecuador for Amy to quilt her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she's been around.
She's been around a lot.
Yeah.
So, but this is kind of one of my first quilts in a British show.
Oh.
So, and my first time at British shows.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
So, because you live in the States,
I
right?
do. Even though I'm a Brit, I live in Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, when we we got Amy in, we both decided to come over and see her in the show.
And so I see some writing on there. What is it all about?
Amy, you are
Amy? Because Amy quilted.
I quilted it. My
Yep.
name's Amy.
And where do we find you?
Quito Quilts, because I live in Quito, Ecuador.
Okay.
So yeah, the face has all the lyrics to Rehab, the song Rehab.
Wow.
And then for the background is like a brick wall that I tried to make it look like some graffiti, like painted graffiti.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. So, you know, from far away, like I wouldn't have noticed the lyrics, so it's so nice. And don't forget, everybody, Ja, mir auch.
Sustainable quilts.
fabric, yeah.
Makes it much more different. You do just triangle, right?
Yeah. But use up scraps to do it. Yeah.
I hadn't looked at any of the quilts yesterday, so I decided I'm getting through the quilts today. Okay.
He says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll have a word with him and I'll come with you and I'll sort it. And I'll actually start to work.
So hopefully you're still with me and you got to have a look through the exhibition quilts that were on display at Festival of Quilts. The winners gallery I somehow managed to forget to film, but they are all available on the Festival of Quilts website. I would like to just say a massive thank you, not a massive thank you, sorry, a massive congratulations to the amazing Diane Wilkes, who entered the sustainable category. She also won the thread mastery category as well, so she came third place in the sustainable quilts and she won the thread mastery, which was sponsored by Meta Threads for her use of sashiko. And if you have not seen her quilt, I will insert a picture of it here. If you want to pause the video and have a look in more detail, it is absolutely incredible. There's also pictures on her Instagram page, so if you haven't seen it already, go and have a look at her Instagram. I will pop the link for it down below, and you can go and have a look at the quilt in more detail. It's all made from, a majority of the fabrics that are incorporated are made from recycled clothing, which is why there's button plackets and different things incorporated in the quilt as well. The sashiko stitching that is in her quilt is on another level. I've never seen anything like it. She is so talented and one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I had the joy of actually meeting her first time this weekend, which was an absolute pleasure. We've spoken on Instagram for probably a good year or two maybe, and she is an absolutely lovely lady. We share a passion for Tudor Pink and everything related to that as well. So if you haven't checked out her quilt, go and have a look at it. It is incredible. So one of the other people as well was the lovely And So I on Instagram. which is Helen. She made the most spectacular quilt, which won, I think it won the hand quilting. Sorry, I thought I had a spider on me then because there was one in my pyjamas earlier when I was putting the washing on. Moving on, they seem to be occurring everywhere in this new house. If you didn't know, I moved house about 2 months ago, and there is, for a new build, there is spiders absolutely everywhere, but we will get rid of them eventually. My dog Dobby seems to like eating them, which is always quite helpful. It's quite disgusting, but it also gets rid of them. So I will go through some of the quilts. Not the quilts, I'm going to go through some of the things that I actually managed to purchase while I was at Festival of Quilts. And I think you'll all be pleasantly surprised about how little I actually came home with, which was a bit of a shock to the system really. But I spent so much time talking to the lovely Suzanne Campion, who is one of the incredibly talented EPP designers for Liberty of London. She does a lot of their EPP quilts. If you haven't checked her out, go and check her out on Instagram. Her work is beyond beautiful. It is so intricate and so well done. So I've actually got a picture of one of her quilts here on this little postcard. This is one of Suzanne's newest quilts, and it is Jewel Garden EPP quilt, and it basically is, all of the different blocks are, most of them are from the same fabric like these ones here, but they are cut in fussy cut repeats that actually make them look like separate fabrics, which is just incredible. So that is one of her quilts, the latest one. These are some of her other quilts, and this one here is actually fussy cut from exactly the same fabric, just in different colourways. So this is the William Morris Strawberry Thief, I believe. And it's all cut from the same fabric, just in different colourways, and it's fussy cut to create a whole new pattern that actually looks like one fabric made up of lots of different colours, and it's just incredible. So I also, while I'm on the theme of talking about Suzanne, I managed to get some of her lovely stamps as well from the stamp swap. So this was one of the ones that says Liberty Post on there. There's this beautiful one which features some of the fabric from that quilt that she's just released. And then there was some of the neon William Morris. This one here is from the gorgeous Michelle Musker, who is the head of digital content creation for Eliso Irons. I got to meet her for the first time. I've spoken to her for quite some time as well now online. She is one of the most delightful people you'll ever meet. And I got the joy of actually meeting her in person as well, which was absolutely brilliant. She is one of the kindest people. Here's a photo of me and Michelle from Eliso, and in the background there is the Quilty twins photo bombing, who I also got to meet. It was just so lovely to actually meet these people in real life that I've spoken to for such a long time. The other people that I got to meet were the lovely Keto Quilts. She is Keto Quilts on Instagram, and I believe the other lady that I met up with was Dee from Pixel Quilt. And if you don't know who Pixel Quilt is, where have you been? Because her quilts are unreal. They are faces and portrait quilts made out of pixels. I've got some of her stickers that she kindly gifted me. This one here is the Queen, which is one of her pixel quilts. This one here is the one that was actually in the show on display, which is the Amy Winehouse one. The actual quilting as well that Keto Quilt's done on that is actually all of the lyrics from Back to Black, I think it is. And it is just, it's incredible. The quilt is, I think, is about 60 by 90 finished, and it's, the pixels are so tiny in it, and it's just brilliant. And this is the one that she's just finished working on, which I believe is Post Malone. So yeah, I also got to bump into the lovely Sam from So Let's Sparkle with Sam. She gave me one of her little So Let's Sparkle stickers, which is going straight on my new sewing machine, along with some of the Pixel Cut ones as well. Yeah, so those are some of the people that I got to meet. I met loads of other people as well. I met Helen, who is And So I, whose quilt I spoke about earlier. I managed to wave at Kate from Kate Must Sew. She had a quilt as well that won one of the awards in the contemporary quilts, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was a square quilt, but then she actually had diamonds coming out of the side of it. I will try and, if I can remember, to put some of the images in of these quilts because they are absolutely incredible. But yeah, moving on to what I actually came home with. And The first day I came home and I'd actually only bought one thing because I went on Saturday and then we went back on Sunday. So on Saturday I stopped by Alice Caroline and I got some of this beautiful Liberty Tarn lawn because I had a piece of this already from the Alice Caroline pop-up shop, but I hadn't bought enough, stupidly. I'd only bought 1 metre and I needed 1.2, between 1.2 and 1.5 to make a shirt from. So I grabbed another metre that was in the remnant bundle. The remnant bin, sorry. So this was about half the price. So I've now got enough to make my shirt from it. And it's this beautiful pastel floral. I stopped by the Liberty stand, as I said, when I first walked in. I was actually there for over an hour talking to Suzanne and Michelle. And one of the lovely ladies who her name has completely gone, and I do apologise, and she gave me one of the new Liberty bundles to play with, which is one of their latest releases, and it is absolutely stunning. There's a print in here, where is it, this one here, and it's like a landscape with swallows, and I believe there's a lighthouse and different things in there, and it's just stunning. So I cannot wait to break this open and make some caddies or some iron cases or something from it. I might actually put it aside and make a quilt from it for once. So yeah, the other place that I stopped by was Daisy and Grace, and the lovely Nicola gifted me this caddy tray kit, which these little trays here are absolutely brilliant for EPP. I will link this pattern down below because you can buy this pattern from her website as well, as a pattern alone, or you can buy it as a kit, and it actually fits inside a little storage zip-up case for EPP, or for if you do the Daisy and Grace Quilt As You Go templates, you can keep your supplies and different things in it. One of the little one, you can fit bobbins and 1/2 inch hexes basted, and then they go up in size depending on what you want to keep in them, basically. But yeah, these are the caddy tray kit, and then I think there's a caddy tray holder bag. If I can find a pattern for the bag that these go in, I'll link that down below as well. So yeah, those were those. I then stopped by to see the lovely Ellie from Oak Apple Haberdashery. Again, I will link her, I will actually link her website, and I'll link her YouTube channel down below as well, because if you haven't subscribed to Ellie's Oak Apple Quilting or Oak Apple Haberdashery, I can't remember what it is on Instagram or on YouTube, but I'll link it down below with her website. Go and check out her channel. She does all of her festival prep videos. There's loads of fantastic content on her YouTube channel, and she very kindly gifted me some of the cat snacks from the new Tudor Pink Tabby Road because I was running low on cat snacks, and that was what I came home with on day 1. Then day 2 I went back up with my husband, and we had a little mooch about on the second day, and the only thing I actually came back with was 2.5 meters of out of print Tula line work sketchier. This I've actually got a shirt from already, so I won't be making another shirt, but this is one of my all-time favorite fabrics that Tula's ever done. I have got quite a good wedge of it over there. I've probably got about 3.5 meters, but I just, when I saw it on the Cotton Patches stand at festival, it was the last of the bolt. It was the only part of line work they had left on the on their stand, and I thought, you know what, it's the last day of the show, no one's seen it, it's meant to be, I'm gonna have the last of it, because it's almost impossible to get hold of this now because it's been out of print for a little while. I believe it was one of the only lines that ever went into reprint line work, because it was so popular, but because it was so popular, even when it went into reprint, it sold out again. So I'm really, really chuffed that I managed to get hold of some more of the sketchier. It is one of my favourites. I actually made my bag, which is hanging on the door handle behind me. Excuse the mess, I'm still clearing out some of the stuff from my sewing room. That is made from sketchy. So this is, no, this is sketchy or sketchier. Sketchier, this is sketchy, apologise. This is sketchy. Sketchier is the one that's on the bag, because sketchier is the larger scale of this, which was made from for a quilt backing in the cotton sateen, which is what I made my bag from. So yeah, that is what I came back from Festival of Quilts with. I also got to bump into the lovely Rachel from Stitch by Rachel. You probably all know who she is. She's got a very, very good following on Instagram and on YouTube, but I will link her down below as well. I was a little bit starstruck to see her. I watch her all the time. She's got one of the most soothing voices that you can listen to on YouTube, and I think she's just great. So I had a little chat with her for a little while, and we were talking about my gimbal that I was filming the quilts on, because she was saying that she either had one and didn't know how to use it, or was going to get one but was worried about how easy they are to use and stuff like that. And I was kind of having a little joke around with her, because although I got some footage on it, I still don't really know how to use the silly thing, but it does about a million things, and I know how to do one thing on it, and to be honest, that was the only reason why I bought it. So if it does that and it does that okay, that's fine by me. So I hope that this video was great content for those that weren't able to go to festival. It just gives you a little bit of an insight into what to expect at Festival of Quilts. And if you haven't been before and you've been putting off going, or there's been little niggling things in your head thinking, am I going to enjoy it or not? Just go. It is, I would say it's probably one of the best shows that we have to offer in the UK. And yeah, I'd highly recommend, but I would also highly recommend that if you are going to go, that you stay overnight and do 2 days minimum, because there's so much to see. Really, you want to spend a day shopping and a day looking just at quilts. Yeah, so that's it from me today. I will see you again soon, probably on the next Friday. So take care, happy sewing, and bye for now.